So I was thinking about what I wanted to talk to you guys about for this week's YouTube video. And I realized that at the end of a year, we talk about all the things we made in the year and all the things we did and all that kind of stuff and our goals and new acquisitions and all of those things. But I thought it would be really fun to do that at the end of the quarter. So it's the end of quarter one. So I am going to show you what I've made, tell you about how my goals are going, and then show you my 2025 spring surprise box from Twice Your Jeep. Hello and welcome back to the Knit Life Oils YouTube channel. So we're going to talk about my quarter one, my knitting quarter one, that is. So I finished 9 projects, which at the beginning of the year, I kind of thought it was going to some months I was going to finish a lot and then not finish as many, but it kind of all washes out in the end. So I finished 2 projects in January, 4 projects in February, and then 3 projects in March. So it kind of averages out to like 3 projects a month anyway. So we're going to start at the beginning of the year. The first thing I finished was my Drawn Together cowl. So this has a really nice edge that you join together, which I love things like that. And then it has the drawstrings. I do like this. I think I would like it more without the drawstrings, or maybe if the drawstrings were a little bit shorter. They kind of come down a little bit too far, but I really like this yarn and the way that the yarn and pattern play together. So that made me really happy. So that was the Drawn Together cowl. And then I made these tinsel mitts. So these were for my mom for her birthday, but they ended up being too big and they actually fit me perfectly. So I didn't know that you could have different hand sizes, but we have learned lately that you can. So that's been interesting. This actually worked out perfectly because I ended up going to New York for Vogue Knitting Live, and I got to take these and they were perfect. So these are my tinsel mitts in Mountain Colors yarn. So I also learned that what the modifications I needed to make for my mom's tinsel mitts. So I made hers in Color Story DK in the colorway River, which is one of my absolute favorite colors in that collection. And it just worked so well. I actually ended up having to go down to a child size for her and then add length in different places because the adult small was too big. That was the one I made for, that ended up being for me. But that was a little bit interesting. So yeah, so that was what I learned about the tinsel mitts. So then I went into my Grid Gambit phase where I made this Grid Gambit, this rainbow one, in 8 days. It was so fast. Like I couldn't put it down and it worked out beautifully. So this is a double knit sock blank from Malia Made It, and the white sparkle is from a Yarnaceous box. And together they just worked so beautifully. And I really like that this doesn't have a long seam in the back, so it lays a little bit better than some of the other ones that are this style, I think. And I've already worn it several times and I really love wearing it. And you can spot it from a mile away, which makes me happy too. So that was the first Grid Gambit cowl I made. We'll get to the others in a minute. So then I did a yarn collaboration, which is Katie Colors yarn, with Always Be Kind Yarns, and I made the Adelaide cowl. And this turned out so beautifully. I love the way that the purple and the pink and the teal all play together. I will put the link to this yarn in the caption of this video. We decided to leave it up as a permanent colorway because you guys loved it so much. There's just so many things you could do with this. I can see this as a summer tank top. That would be so cute. And because I don't have enough what I call blurple outfits, I have so many. This is one of them. This is my Mama cardigan. And I call them blurple because they're blue purple, and like I think I have like probably 5 to 10 cardigans slash tops or that are in progress or things like that. And like 8 of them are bluish purple. And I'm like, where are the pink ones? Apparently I never make pink ones. So this is the Adelaide cowl. It is written for sport weight, and so I modify it quite a bit for fingering, but it works out nicely. And then this is the Michigan Avenue wrap. So it is really long and skinny, but it was a super easy knit, and it was nice to take as a travel project. It was just knit back and forth with increases and decreases on the sides and down the middle. This is 3 skeins of the new Color Story DK, and so that was fun to work with. It's super squishy. I still haven't quite figured out how to wear this yet. I kind of wish it was a little bit wider or not quite as long, or maybe longer. I don't know. I'm having some issues figuring that out. So anyway, that was the Michigan Avenue wrap. And then this is the paw print beanie. I love how these colors play together. They make me very happy. Do you see the paw prints and the hearts? I don't do color work very often, but this was a nice one to kind of knit along with everybody. And yeah, so this worked out pretty well. I have knit lots of DK stuff, which yes, it's because the Color Story DK came out, but also I've been holding fingering double a lot. I think only like one of these is, oh, that's crazy. Only one of these is an actual fingering weight project. Everything else is DK or fingering held double, which, okay. That's interesting. Interesting fun fact for you. Okay, and then, so, okay, these are the new things that you haven't seen because I just made them. So, this is my headphone case, and I have a little bit of a story about my headphones. So, I've had these for probably over 10 years. So, they are not the fanciest headphones on the planet, but I love them. They are my favorite. They are the big style that you put over your ears, but they were flaking, and I was really sad, and I was like, I have to get new headphones and I just don't want to. Then I came across this pattern that was called the No Flakes headphone covers, and so I made these. Look how cute this is. I am obsessed. So look, I like have a brand new set of headphones and I don't even have to do anything, and I don't have to go pick out new headphones, and they work the same as they used to. So see? They're so cute. I love them. Oh my gosh. So anyway, so yes, this is Color Story DK in the colorway Orchid, and I went through a couple different ones because I don't need very much yarn for these to see which match these, and Orchid by far was the best. And so I'm really excited about those. Made me happy. I made them in like 2 nights, but I didn't work on them very long the first night. So then, let's get back to our Grid Gambit obsession. There's another one still in the needles, but this one, we are counting it as a finished object in Q1 because I'm going to seam it together tonight. But, so this is what a Grid Gambit looks like before it's seamed, and this is what it looks like after it's seamed. So there's your little comparison. And so this one's going to get seamed tonight, but this is Color Story DK. The white is natural, and the mini skeins, there you can see the color change a little bit better on the first part, is the Unicorn mini skein set. So when it's seamed, it will look more like this. So that's, well, I guess it'll look like this if I hold it like this. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of what it'll look like. Oh, that's pretty. I've been waiting to see that. Okay, so those are the things that I have made. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my goals. So I kind of had one that turned into 2 main knitting goals for the year. So the first one was to knit every day. And I didn't know how like into that I wanted to be, of like how strict. I tend to be very like strict with myself. Like if you missed one, then like you ruined the whole thing. But I also didn't want to like set that expectation and like have that let down right away. And so I really wanted to knit as many days as possible. And so I missed 3 days total in Q1, the first 3 months of the year. And that is great to me because I was missing 1 or 2 days a week before. So that would be like 4 to 8 days a month. And so to only miss 3 days the entire quarter seemed like great progress. And so I thought that that was really awesome, and I love it. Like, it works so nicely for me to like know that I'm going to knit every day. Like, there is that reassurance in my own brain that I'm going to get that time that I get to do that. It's gotten a little more complicated since I learned that I like to read. So, so now we try to do both 15 minutes a day, sometimes at the same time. It's quite entertaining. So yeah, so that's going really well. The other goal that I kind of came into as I was working on things is to knit from my inspirational yarn skeins. And this goal has given me so much more than I could have ever imagined. So one of them was this rainbow gradient skein and sock blank. And knowing that it was there, like when I came across this pattern, like I just knew that I had the perfect thing for it. And that was so cool. Other thing that's been really cool about this goal is that I've been able to look for inspirational skeins when I'm buying new yarn. So all of the skeins that I've bought this year have been inspirational yarn skeins. So whatever that means to me. And like, it has changed like my stash and the way I look at things. And it's been amazing to like shift that. Like I don't have to buy yarn. I get to buy yarn when I'm inspired by it. And that is like a totally different mindset shift for buying yarn and what yarn you want to use. And it's just been super cool to see this year. So we're going to keep doing that the rest of the year. Maybe even next year. So now I'm going to show you my spring surprise box from Twice Sheared Sheep. So this is a quarterly subscription box. They can ship them anywhere in the world. And so you get one in March, June, and September, and then there's an Advent box. But it's kind of seasonal, so this is the spring box. So it is all unwrapped, so I'm going to show it to you, and then I will go through them. But so this is, I've been playing with it and making content and stuff. Oh, now stuff is falling, but that's okay. So the theme was Misty Mountains. And so everything is blue and green and springy and mountainy. So, okay, I'm going to show you my favorite thing first. Okay, so Twice Sheared Sheep makes a bag called the Trinity bag. And ever since I found it, I have wanted a smaller one because I love stuffing my projects into really small project bags. I have a reason for this because I like to put it inside of the bag that I carry with me all the time. And so I always have yarn with me. Even if I'm not going to have time to knit, it is a comfort for me knowing that it is there. And when the project bag is too big, it just doesn't fit in my other bag. So this is the mini Trini bag. The Indigo Grove print is exclusive to the box, but there's still a few spots left. I'm going to put that link in the caption. Make sure you check it out because you definitely want to be surprised 3 times a year. It is amazing. So, so it's just big enough for one project, one skein. I will probably try to fit 2 in there unless it's on a carousel, which brings me to the second item. So this is a mandala carousel, which I'm super excited about. Okay, so confession time a little bit. This is my 5th carousel. I'm obsessed with these. They are my favorite. I need them on every project. If I don't have it on a project, I get really sad. But anyway, it does fit perfectly in here. And actually there is quite a bit of room. So probably I could get another skein even with the carousel in here. I'm totally going to try to put 2 in here. Okay. So, then, this time the yarn is from Sheepy Shire. And it is staple sock in the colorway Skipper. See all those blues and greens in there? I'm kind of thinking this would make a really cool scarf. I'm thinking, like, I have this 2x1 rib pattern that I do that I think would look really cute. So, that would be great. Then we got, okay, ready to see the shiny object. I love shiny objects. Okay, look at the Sparkle Butterfly stitch markers. These are infinity markers. I love these because they glide from needle to needle. There's a little bit of extra room at the bottom, so your needle doesn't have to fight to get in there. It just kind of slips from needle to needle, which is great. And then, this is a moth row counter in size small, which works up to needle size 4, so that will be great when I find my fingering weight yarn again and not knitting with DK all the time. So, this is the tin. It's inspired by Heidi, and it will keep all of the new stuff nice and safe. I am saving something else that I'm really excited about for last. So, these are the Duo Repair hooks. These have a crochet hook on one side and a knitting needle on the other, and they can fix a drop stitch or cable something, or they can do an edging. They have lots of uses. And they come in 3 different sizes, so it works no matter what size yarn you're using. Okay, ready? Okay, so this is Maisie. She is a Highland cow. Yes, I named Maisie because apparently that's my thing now. So in the box, she is a tape measure. Spoiler alert, that's not a spoiler because it has been revealed. That Maisie is also a mini Trini bag print that will launch next Monday, April 7th in the new spring collection. I expect that bag to go really quickly. But I will put that link in the caption too. So ready? So it has a hidden button that brings it back, but you need another look at Maisie the Highland cow. So this is Maisie the Highland cow. She's adorable. Okay, so that is the spring surprise box, and there will be another one in June and another one in September, so it will be perfect. And I think we're gonna keep doing these quarterly recaps. This was really fun, and I loved going through what I've done for the quarter and what's working. And yeah, I actually feel really accomplished by those goals after talking about it. So anyway, I hope you're having a great week, and I will talk to you next time. See you soon.